So now let's look at the components of an invoice. The components of an invoice. An invoice has gotten very many components, including number one, the name and address of the supplier. Name and address of the buyer. The word invoice, sometimes called name of a document. Then we have the date of writing an invoice. The details, the quantity details of goods supplied. Then we have the total amount due. Sometimes we call it amount outstanding. Then you have terms and conditions. Then we have terms and conditions. We have the invoice number. We have name and signature of the seller or the seller's representative. Then we have the name and the signature of the buyer. Of course, not forgetting the logo, not forgetting the frame, among others. So, when you look at these components, the name and address, it means the supplier who is demanding the money is the one whom we are calling the organization, and the one who is writing this document. And when he's writing this document, he is writing to someone who took goods or no credit, the person who is being demanded. Then we have got the word invoice because we have to know what are we writing, what are we preparing. That's why we're calling it the name of the document. The date, when are we writing this document? In other words, when have we sent this document? Is it today or we sent it yesterday? So the date must be put there. Then the quantity details of goods supplied on credit. What are those goods that you supplied that are making you demand your customer? What are those goods? Just you have to tell us the quantity, the details of the goods, and even the cost. Then at the end of it all, we need to know the total amount that you are demanding. The total amount due. This total amount due will help the buyer to know that indeed I am being demanded this amount basing on the goods that person took on credit. Then the terms and conditions. These are the terms and conditions that are put by the seller, that you have to pay any time. What if you fail to pay any time? What will happen? And if you pay any time, what will happen also? Is there any penalty? Is there any gain that the buyer will gain? Is the buyer going to lose if he doesn't pay any time? Then the invoice number, as usual, we have not to forget the document number. Then the name, signature of the seller or the seller's representative who is preparing this document. And at the end of it all, we need to see the name and the signature of the person who bought on credit from you. Then this business must be having the logo and the frame. So as we are preparing or designing an invoice, we have to follow some of these documents, and you can go on and look for other components. They may not only be these ones, but these are the major components. And if you find another component, please, as you are preparing this document, add it there, because you may find I've left out some other elements which are so important. So we are going to look at how we can design an invoice in the next session.